just losing their mind, especially other women. They are losing their mind about it. I don't know why. I don't know why people feel like they have a say so about someone else's decision or their body or what they want to do with their life. I just don't understand it. So that's what I'll be talking about today. And it's a very interesting topic because men can say they don't want to have children and everybody go mute. Nobody cares. But the minute a woman say they don't want to have a child, it's like, what are you talking about? You crazy? It's like we were put here to have children, and that's it. I mean, this is coming from someone who has a child, and I kind of agree with the women. You know, that's their choice. That's their decision to not have a child. Why everybody's going crazy about it, I have no idea. I don't get it. I get why a woman would not want to have a child. I get it. So I don't understand the part where everyone is like criticizing them and going crazy about it. I just don't understand that. There's a lot to think about when you want to have a child. I always said that I wanted to have a child when I was 25, and it did happen around that time. But did I sit down and think about everything that a child comes with? No, most of us don't. We just say, okay, we want to have a child. I want to have a child when I'm 30. I want to get married when I'm this age or that age. We don't really think about everything that comes with having a child. We just want to have a child and that's it. And women who choose not to have children, they have their reasons. They probably seen how their grandmothers had to really struggle, and their moms had how their mom had to struggle. They probably witnessed all of that, and they just don't want that for themselves. And some people just don't want to have children, period. What is the problem? I just don't get it. What's the problem of people not wanting to have children? Especially the harsh comments are coming more from other women because they feel like you're a woman, you should want to have a child, because that's what I feel like society kind of brainwash women, of thinking that's what it is, that's what it's supposed to be. And that's not what it is, It's a new year, it's a new age. People can make that decision. You don't have to be married. You don't have to have a child. That's their choice. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments about how they say you selfish for not wanting to have a child. I think it's more selfish to have a child and not want the child. There's way too many kids in foster care. Why would you want to bring more children here, more kids into the system, into the foster care with broken homes? Why would you want that? A lot of women don't want that. A lot of women are scared that, okay, let's just say I get married and I get a divorce and I'm a single mother. Some women don't want to be single moms. And most of the people that are saying this are single mothers. You guys already know how hard it is to raise a child by yourself, or raise a child with a man that don't want nothing to do with the child, or a man that's stubborn, or a man that's hard to deal with. It's already hard. Why would you want that for another woman? I don't get it. So if somebody don't want to have a child, don't try to change their mind or trying to gaslight them or trying to make them feel guilty or make them feel trying to shame them for not wanting a child. That's a human being. That's a big responsibility. It really is. So why would you? It's not just a light decision. A lot of us just happen to get pregnant and we have to deal with it. A lot of us got married and think this is coming from for not wanting to have children. Children is a lot of work. It's a lot. You have to be financially ready for children. You have to have that stability. Like you cannot just bring a child and then now you're struggling. And now the child. I mean, it's not fair to the child. That's a human being. That's a human being. So when someone say they don't want to have a child, they have their reasons. Because having a child, it's not like having a child just change your life completely. Yes, you can still have a good life. You can still do things that you want to do, but you cannot. Every decision that you make has to. You have to think about the child. I'm talking about good parents now. Some parents they have the child and they could care less. They still do what they want to do. They still make whatever decisions they want to make, even if it like affects the child. It is what it is. Having a child doesn't stop your life. Your life doesn't stop after you have a child. But with some people, they feel like it will be a burden to their life. They can't go on vacations. They can't sleep when they want to sleep. They can't do whatever they want to do. If they want to stay out at 3 o'clock in the morning, they can't do that because they have to come home. They have to find a babysitter when they have to go to work. It's like you are responsible for another human being, and a lot of people don't want that. And we have to understand a lot of people are going through their own stuff, and adding a child to their life would just cause a lot for it would be a lot for them. So why would they wanna do that? That to me, that's selfish, right? You already know you're struggling, or you might have some mental issues, or you might not even have anything going on with you, and you have a child, and it's like now you have to worry about another person. To me, when someone say they don't want to have a child, just let it be, let it be. And people that are saying that it's selfish, it's not selfish. The selfish part is having the child and don't want the child, or um, making the child suffer, or putting them through the system, or just unaliving the child. That part as well, because people get very overwhelmed with their children. They already have their mental stuff going on. Yes, that could happen as well. People don't think about that. People don't think about that when we're forcing people to have children or shaming them. Think about all of that stuff. Maybe they have stuff going on they don't want to deal with a child. Maybe they don't think they can handle it. That is part of it as well. And then now they have a child. Now they're struggling, or you know. So we just need to stop doing that. We just need to stop shaming people and making them feel any kind of way. And with society, is you can have one child and they're like, oh, when you're gonna have another one? Is one child not enough? Especially especially in this economy, is one child not enough? It's like you have one child. Oh, you have a boy. When you gonna have the girl? You have a girl. When you're gonna have the boy? It's like you have two boys. Oh, you need a girl. You have two girls. You need a boy. Why? Why do I need a boy? Like why? Why can't two kids be enough? It's like they're telling you this, but then they're not gonna even help you with the child. Your own family is telling you this. Your friends are telling you this, but then when the child is here, nowhere to be seen. Where are you guys? You guys told me I could have this child. Where's the help? There's no village anymore. What happened to the village? We used to have, back in the day, we used to have a village where auntie, uncles, grandma, grandpa, everybody used to just be there for you and for the child. And now it's like, where is it? And it's tougher now because there's no village. So again, why would someone bring a child here knowing that they will not get the help, and they could not take care of the child, and they don't want to? They just simply don't want to. Like, what is the problem? They do not want to take care of a child. They don't want that responsibility. They want to go as they please, and that's it. And I agree with them. Why would you want to add more to your life? Why would you want to add that to your life? And again, I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, when you get older, who's going to take care of you? That is selfish. To put that burden on a child, you having children just so when you get older, you can have someone take care of you. Okay, let's just say you have a child. Oh, you have two, like you have two kids, and then both die. zero children. Now you're too old to have more kids. What are you gonna do? It's like just think about it like that. Okay, you have a child. Okay, and the child dies, and then now you have no one, and then now you in your 60s, 70s, you have no one. So it would be kind of like the same if you didn't have a child, right? Yeah, I mean a lot of older people. You guys will be surprised how many people that are in nursing homes that have like 5, 6 children and they are still alone with 6 children. They Most of them don't even be in the same state as their parents. Having children don't mean that when you get older they will take care of you. They're their own person. They can make that decision and not to help you out. They just that's don't just expect that. A lot of people are just having 20 kids thinking that okay, when I get older I'm gonna have all my 20 kids help me out. Don't think like that. I've seen it so many times. I have worked in the um health, so I've seen it. Like I've seen like older people who are lonely in their home by themselves, and when they die, sometimes most of the time they die alone. Like I've seen it. So don't think like that. For the people that think that I'm gonna have children, so when I get older they can take care of me, don't think like that because that's not always the case. You just never know how the relationship will be between you and your children. You might not even be a good parent, you know? Might not be even be a good parent. Just don't think that just because you have children when you get older they're all gonna be around. Maybe you're gonna suck as a parent, you know? You don't know. You don't know. So don't just assume that that's how your life is gonna turn around. I do feel like that's selfish to put that on a human being. I'm gonna have you so you can help me out when I get older. I think that's kind of selfish. But yeah. So take that out of your mind. Don't mean just because you have 20 kids don't mean they all will be around for you. Just take that out of your mind because you just don't know with people. They have their own mind. They are their own person. They can make their own decision. With the people that want to have children, they can set up their life to a way where when they do get older, they do have help. That's why they have nurses and CNAs and health aid and all that stuff. They have those people in place for a reason, so they can help you out when you get older. So if you really plan out your life and you really set up for the future, you shouldn't have a problem for that. And that's a decision that they know once they get older they want have family around, so they already know that. So I'm pretty sure those people would have to have some kind of plan for when they get older so they can have people help them. Maybe they will be in a nice nursing home or yeah, maybe they can. We don't know their plans. They have their reason for not wanting children, and we should just respect that. That's it. We should not shame them and making them feel bad for not wanting children. They have their reason, and I agree with them because again, it is not easy to take care of another person, to constantly worry about someone, and a lot of people think it's easy until they in it. They're like, wow, this is really tough. You know, being married don't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. You can be married and be divorced the next day, and then now you have 2, 3 kids. You a single parent. I didn't say mother because there are single fathers out there who are taking care of their children. So it's not all about you know, oh let me just have kids. There's a lot of things you have to think about. So imagine that you young and you have a child and you think your child's gonna be all good, and then they have Down syndrome or some kind of disability where they need 24-hour care. It's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. Um, so people that don't want to have children, they have their reasons. That could be the reason. Maybe like something runs in their family and they are afraid that their child will have it. And a people, they just want to enjoy their life without children. Children don't, most of them say children don't add any value to their life. And it's okay. So if somebody's telling you all of that and they have their reasons, why are you fighting with them? I don't understand it. Why are you telling them, oh, you should have children because children are a blessing? Yeah, it's a blessing for you, for your life. Their life is not set up for that. They don't want that. To them, having a child is a burden. It's not a blessing. They want to do whatever it is that they want. They want to travel. They just want to have their partner and just do whatever it is that they want to do. They don't want to have to worry about childcare, this and that, like food, and they just want to be, and that's it. And why would you put shame on that person? They just want to enjoy their life. Not everyone is meant to be a parent, and that's okay. I wanted to have a child, and I have a child. Not everybody want the same thing. I always wanted a child, and I said I didn't want to have 3, 4, 5 kids. I know what I can and cannot handle. I know having one child will be it for me. And with my daughter, it's like having 5 kids. It really is. It really is. She requires a lot. She does require a lot. She's autistic and she requires a lot. She requires a lot of help. And I have to, every decision she has to be involved in every decision that I make. I cannot just up and leave and go because I don't trust people and just anybody with her. So that's a lot. It's a lot. And a lot of people would not be able to like handle any of that or want to deal with any of that. They want to just enjoy their life and go as they please. And that is totally fine. So we need to stop doing that. It's not, children are not for everybody. They are not. And it's okay. They are a blessing. It's a thankless job. It really is. And not everybody want to do it. And it's totally fine. Not everybody wants children. We have to be okay with that as a society. Stop shaming people, stop gaslighting people into having children. It is not for everybody. We have enough children in foster care. The economy is not meant to be popping babies every year unless you rich and have money and can have a village of nannies. Unless you can have that, and most people just want to travel, and there's a lot going on in the world. That's why a lot of people don't want to have kids. Like, people are more evil now. There's so many things. There are a lot of good in the world, and there are a lot of bad. And some people just don't want to bring a child into this mess, into their mess they have going on in their life. Some people just don't want to deal with that, and we should be okay with that. When someone says they don't want to have children or a child, respect it. Say, okay, they don't even have to say why. They don't have to give you any reasons. It's not your business. It's their body. It's their life. They can choose not to have children. And when women say they don't want to have children, it's like, oh my God, what are you talking about? You're a woman. Why would you not want to have a child? This and that. But if women say they don't want to have a child, nobody cares. Oh yeah, that's good. You don't want to have a child because children are a lot and this and that. It's like women get judged so harshly, and men just like, okay, good for you. You know, children are a lot of work. That's it. That's all you get. But a woman, oh, you selfish. What if your husband want children? Well, if a woman don't want to have a child, they will get with a man that don't want to have children. And if that man know they're going to change their mind in the future, then don't be with someone that tells you they don't want to have a child. or children. Like, don't be with that person. They, I feel like sometimes they think that people can change their mind. That's not the case. That's not the case. When somebody is set on not having children, believe them and don't try to force them into having children. Don't think they will change their mind. There's a reason they don't want to have children. Maybe they don't want to struggle. Maybe they feel like children are a burden. Like, don't force them into that. And that's why a lot of people they some people they cannot mentally handle having children. Children are a lot, and think about if your child happens to have a disability. Think about that. Not a lot of people can handle that. It's a lot. Only people that have children with disabilities know how hard it is. Like, it can be mentally draining. You have to be tough, you have to be patient, you have to be compassionate. It's a lot of understanding, it's a lot of compromising, it's a lot. And some people would not be able to handle that. So we just have to respect each other's decision, and that's it. Next time someone say they don't want to have a child, just say, okay. They don't have to explain themselves to you. Okay, it's okay. Or the clock is ticking. They don't want to have children. They already told you that. It don't matter. Yeah, they 35, 36, 37. They do not want to have children. Just leave it alone. Let it go. It's not your business. It's not your body. You're not going to help take care of the child. I don't. There's barely any villages anymore. Everybody's out doing their own thing. So yeah, when someone says they don't want to have a child, just leave them alone. Don't shame them. They have their reasons. People know what they can and cannot handle. They are not selfish. They just don't want to, and that's it. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah, and I respect that. I respect their decision. Every time I see that online, I'm like, I respect that. I respect that because you know what you can and cannot handle, and maybe you already have your life planned out. You already know when you get older, what you're gonna do with your life, and you don't need children, and your life will probably be better off without children, and that's fine. Yeah, totally fine. So I just, as a society, we just need to let women decide what they want to do with their body. What we know, what we can and cannot handle. And women out there, if you really don't want to have children, do not let a man force you into having a child. Because guess what? 85% of the time, 95% of the time, the child end up with their mom if the relationship doesn't work out. Yeah, 95% of the time. So yeah. So if you don't want to have a child, don't get gaslighted into having a child, cause yeah. So you will end up taking care of that child by yourself, most likely if the relationship doesn't work out. So yeah. So that's it. That's it for today. That's it for this episode. Just let people be. Let people make their own decisions about their own lives. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Um, yeah, just let people be. That's that's all I gotta say. Let women be. Let them be. They have the right to make their decision. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode. See you guys later.